Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk. Whoa!
Stephen J. Partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The cart turned into a pumpkin again. So what else you gonna do?
This team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to part. Play it out, Wells, while you're talking this game.
What's going on, people? I want to thank y'all for being with us. This is Real Tough Talk. I'm Stephen J. here with my partner Ghost, and we're excited to be able to give you the games that happen in UFL, the championship game, the All-Star game. You know, obviously I've been injured. You know, I'm doing better now. Tore my Achilles. For the people that don't know, you'll see that play in the All-Star game, and you know, unfortunately, it kind of hindered everything, and then we had the situation that we're all going through with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So, you know, things has been a little hectic, but we definitely had to find a way to get back. We're going to do our best to cover it. You know, we all know what happened by now.
Yeah.
We'll do the chip game next. You already know Rep City won that game, but we'll go over the game more. And we're going to go over this All-Star game and let y'all know, you know, what happens, the award winners for the BQFL. For the UFL 2019-2020 season.
And the thing about it is, like you said earlier, hectic is not even a strong enough word for what we're going through right now. So, obviously, it was like it threw everything that we normally do out of whack. You know, normally we'll have videos up, everything will be spoken about. You know, we'll be talking about what we're coming up with for the next season, all of the plans that we have, and everything like that. And everything took a back seat because his injury. So now he's not able to he wasn't able to travel so we can record, and then this whole thing with the restricted travel afterwards, you know, kind of hindered everything on top of that. So, you know, that's kind of why it took us a very long time to figure out a way to set this up that we can come together and record. You know, we figured that we had to do it eventually.
Right.
So we're trying to do the best that we can to get y'all the content that y'all used to getting.
All right, so first of all, we got the All-Star game. You know, definitely a lot of fun. We have it every year. This year we have it a little different, whereas we actually have, you know, more coaches here. As we saw before, we had Pam's coach a few years back. This year, for the Western Conference, the team that I'm on, we're going to have Super Friends head coach, Tone.
Yeah.
He's going to coach his team. And definitely it was an honor to have him on the sideline. Got to learn a lot from this guy. Got to see a lot from his guys. Definitely it's an appreciation for him coming out and coaching this Western All-Star team. On the Eastern Conference, you're going to have owner and head coach, Doughboy,
Yes.
of PME. And we appreciate him coming out. He took this serious, you know, and it was definitely a battle, you know, between both teams.
Yes, and unfortunately, you know, I wasn't able to do my whole guest coaching thing. I think I'm kind of terrible anyway. But at the end of the day, you know, I had to stay behind the camera and cover everything. But that doesn't change the fact that, you know, I was representing my East team that you pushed me on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still the same team. You know, we trying to come away with this win or whatnot. So, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, we got to see the game unfold. Ultimately, we all had a great time. Like you said, Doughboy took it really serious. You know, he was out there coaching, doing his thing or whatever.
Right.
And shout outs to him. I really appreciate that because, you know, he really took it seriously. And, you know, you can't be more thankful for that.
So we're going to show you a list right here of the All-Stars of the Western Conference that's on the team. And as you can see, you see a star. And the star next to the player shows the guys who's either not here or not playing because they're in the chip game. And this is the Western Conference side. And this is the Eastern Conference side that you'll see the guys that's on the team. And the guys who aren't here are not going to play because of the chip game. And this is their side here. This is definitely a great opportunity. We love the fact that every year we have guys come and they play. And we have it's all about fun. It's all about having a good time. Definitely a great opportunity. So what we're gonna do, because we're gonna go through this and then we're gonna do the chip game after.
Yeah.
We're going to go through the game. We're gonna go through halftime. We're gonna go through the end of the game, and then we'll give you the award winners.
Yes.
For the categories. So we're gonna jump right into the game first. Now, when you the KC, who is starting for the Western side, he's the starting quarterback for the West. I mean, for the East for Don't Sleep.
Yes.
He made the All-Star game. This is gonna be possibly his last All-Star game, last game in the UFL.
Yeah.
And before we start, real quick with him getting the ball first, tell me something that you're gonna always remember about KC.
I mean, we always gave him the label of time manager, that he was always a guy that always took his time to do anything that he had to do. Always a guy that found ways to keep his cool and keep control of the game, regardless of what was going on around him. And the fact that he had so many guys that were so dedicated to playing with him, no matter where he played at, that just shows a testament to the type of person that he really was, that he could get some guys that were dedicated to play with him no matter what. And that is an attribute to not only his talent, but his humbleness and the fact that he was a great leader for whoever was able to whoever he was able to take the helm for.
And I'm just going to remember him as a cool guy that loves to play the game and has highly been disrespected in his career because he's so friendly and he throws for multiple teams because he loves the game. So I think because of that, a lot of he didn't get the same respect that he deserved. Listen, this guy won comeback player of the year in UFL, most improved player. He won. He went to the championship. He took a 99 team who was coming off of a bad year, and he took them to a championship. So the guy definitely has a lot of pluses in his career. He also took a Don't Sleep team in BQFL and beat Blackout, one of the top B teams of all time in UFL history, in BQFL history. So this guy beat Chuck, in the playoffs in EHS. So this guy has a lot of positive accomplishments that he doesn't get enough props for.
Yeah.
Definitely got to show this man love. He beat an IOD team to get to the championship.
Yes.
So you got to give this man a lot of props. I definitely, he's one of guys that I really respect as far as my favorite quarterbacks, and it's not that I respect. He's in there because the guy definitely made a lot of work, and we're going to miss him. He's been a part of this league for a long time. Definitely glad that he has the opportunity to throw in this game, which is possibly his last game. So now we stop all the mushy stuff. We're going to jump into the game. We're going to have KC with 2 passes to Chris on the sideline for a decent game, picking up the first down. KC on 4 rush is going to throw short to Lou, who runs on the sideline. Ramsey just misses the tag, and Lou runs all the way to the 10-yard line. Great play by KC, finding Lou.
And one thing you got to say about Lou is, regardless of what people think about him in terms of, some would say his cockiness, but he shows that he is a gameplay maker at any given point in time. He's not the fastest guy out there, but he knows how to get open and make plays. He does that here. Unfortunately, Ramsey's not able to stop him, and he's able to get more yardage than he should have gotten. But that's a great play by Lou, showing that he's going to contribute no matter what.
And unfortunately, this is going to be Lou's supposedly last game of his career in UFL because he's supposed to be moving. Another great player, MVP guy, won MVP in the UFL a few years back, decided to go to a team and become a role player and help IOD win 2 championships.
Yes.
So this guy definitely made an impact in the league, starting out with the Gunners, going to Riot Squad, and then finally ending up with IOD team that he helped. He was very much a part of that team that was the back-to-back champ, so definitely going to miss him too. 3rd and goal, KC is blitzed by Machine, who's blocked by Will. KC finds Jaquan at the back of the end zone, but a touchdown. 6-0, East strikes first.
And Will is showing why he fought hard this season to get that all-star spot, showing that he can protect the quarterback. When he's stationary, it's hard to get around this man, and because of that, KC has just enough time to get that pass off for the score.
Now we're going to have the West getting the ball. Ramsey is going to be the starter. This man threw 22 touchdowns this season. This guy is a gunslinger, and it was a pleasure being able to play with this guy. But I kind of see what it's like coaching. We kind of had Tone a little frustrated, and it was because of plays like this. Ramsey throws deep to Los on the sideline, picked off by Jaquan, giving it back to the East. If you look here, Javon was wide open on the other side, and Ramsey, being Ramsey, a.k.a. Brett Favre, takes a shot, and unfortunately he's intercepted.
And the thing about this is, multiple mistakes he made here. One, I saw him throwing to his man that he played with on UTF Los, So that's the first target that he's looking for. A guy that he played with. That's one. Two, he's missing other guys that's open for him. And this is one Ramsey does. He takes chances. Unfortunately, he takes chances with the man that's up there for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So, wow, I don't know, like, whatever. I'm glad that he's on your team because now you have to deal with the aftermath of that.
Second down, Casey throws deep to Aha in the gap. Charles get a hand in it, but it's still caught by Aha for a big gain in the first down. I love Charles. Charles played great this year for UTF. Unfortunately, Aha was another all-star, and we see him play both sides of the ball. I like him better offensively. I think he's a better offensive player than he's a defensive player, and this is why a big play by Aha.
And the thing about him is he can get going when he gets in rhythm and he doesn't get himself out of the game. He can be a dangerous target out there. He's a good route runner. He has good hands and he has good speed for his size, so he's able to go out there and get some passes out there for the quarterback, and you see it here.
Second half, they're getting a short run. KC is blitzed and sacked by Machine. This guy is a machine. He made great plays this year for UTF. Definitely was an all-star. Up there for defensive player here. Great play by him, getting a big sack. Third down, we're blocking from Will. Casey throws the Tito in the middle, low, incomplete. Casey's going to throw it up on fourth down, incomplete, turnover on downs. Great stop by this Western all-star team.
And after scoring the first drive of the game, Casey is not able to put it together. This offense gets stopped by this Western Conference defense.
By my defense.
Yeah.
Led by Tone. We put a defense together to stop your guy.
Listen, Casey just came up short on this one. They were able to beat them on that first drive. Unfortunately, you don't win them all, and they can't get this one.
West is going to get the ball back. They're going to go 4 and out here. First down, Ramsey throws to Javon in the middle for a nice gain, and that's what happens. Ramsey made a mistake before. Tone, being the coach he was, adjusted and made Ramsey find Javon, who was open on the last drive. Great play there. Second down, Ramsey throws deep to Twan, who has a step on Peter, caught in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-6. The Western Conference ties it back up. Now, one thing I say about Twan, I think Twan struggles sometimes with his consistently offensively. He's definitely a playmaker defensively, but this is what he can do offensively. The guy has speed, and he has the ability to get behind defenders. Peter is a good defender, but he misjudged Twan's speed, and Twan beat him. Great throw by Ramsey, having a downfield threat. We seen what he did with Lou when he had a downfield threat. You give him a guy like Twan, that's money in the bank, 6-6. Casey's going to get the ball back. He's going to throw three short passes for a decent game, picking up the first down. Casey on 4 rushes is just going to get the ball up to Lou in the gap, who runs for a decent game. Second down, Casey with blocking from Will, throws Aha in the gap for a decent game. Great blocking again by Will, showing why he deserves to be here. Fourth down, at the 12, Casey finds Tito in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. 12-6. Eastern Conference score. Tell me what you think Casey must have been feeling to throw his last touchdown in his last game in the UFL to his son.
You're coming at the end of your career in this league, showing that your son has the potential to go even further than you. And the fact that you're able to connect together in this very game, there's no words to describe it, like I said, so he must be overjoyed right there to experience that.
First down, Ramsey with blocking from G. Throws deep to Pito in the gap, drop. If you look here, he lost the ball in the sunlight. That's going to be dropped. Second down, Ramsey with a screen pass to Bop on the sideline, who runs for a decent game, picking up the first down. Bop making it in for 99 problems. Ramsey finally gets him involved in the game.
And much needed, because Bop is one guy that helps you down the drive. He gets open in the gaps, and that's something that Ramsey's going to need. If he's under pressure, you find somebody that helps you drive down the field, and that's exactly what Bop is there for.
Now, the great thing about this play is, if you saw in this play, we threw a screen. We're blocking for Bot, if you saw this. So as we get into the huddle and Tone comes and we're all talking, we call a play, and I call it. I say, throw a screen, a fake screen, to the right. They're going to step up. It's going to leave me open going down the sideline. Now, after this, Tone is not happy with me. He does not want me in the game, especially for these plays. But, we had a great season with the guys. Definitely wanted to have a good time with the guys, so I called the play for me. I don't usually do that. Yeah. But Ramsey's going to, on the next play, he's going to get blitzed by Peter. Ramsey shakes Peter, as this is what Ramsey does, dangerous in the pocket. You're going to look right. I have a step going down the sideline. He's going to throw the ball to me. The ball is going to be caught. As I go down for the touchdown, G gets the extra point. 13-12, we take the lead going into half.
But I'm going to tell you this. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to talk about yourself in the third person. I don't know who this guy is, because you're Stephen J. Stephen J is not playing in this game. So you're not supposed to speak and say you or whatever. That's Jay Brown out there playing football. You're Stephen J sitting here with me. So you're supposed to talk about yourself in the third person. But past that, great play by Ramsey. This is what he's known for, and this is why he gets the title of gunslinging. Not only because he's able to take chances, but because he's able to take his shots on the rollout. He's probably one of the most dangerous quarterbacks on the rollout, and he's able to find anybody downfield. But shout out to Jay Brown out there for making that catch and staying in bounds for the touchdown score. I was surprised that he was able to get that open, but he's able to make a nice catch and keep himself in bounds for the score there.
Unfortunately, this would be the play that I would tear my Achilles on. And I'll show you real quick. As I'm running down the field, Ramsey has it off. And he's rolling to his left. He throws it back to the right. We've seen this guy do this numerous times. But because he's under pressure, if you see I'm running down the sideline, I think that's Benny. I already beat Face.
Benny.
I beat Face on the play. So you see Face is behind me. Because Face stepped up for the screen. Benny goes to the left. So Benny's kind of out of the play. I see I have a space. Now, because Ramsey is on the move, he can't step and get a great throw. So as you see, he puts the ball where it belongs as far as the distance. But if you see the way the ball was going, now first of all, as a receiver, you're supposed to make the catch. So that's my job. He got the ball for me to make a play. I turn my body to this side. If Ramsey going straight up with no pressure, he throws the ball here on the inside. But because he's under pressure, throwing opposite side of the body, it's a tough throw. And he puts it where I can get it, but I just have to adjust my body. Now, if you see when I adjust and I turn to make the catch, if you look at my left leg, you're going to see a little twitch there. That's when I blew the Achilles. Now, they say you hear a gunshot or you hear pop or you feel like somebody kicked you in the back of the leg. That's not what I felt. I thought I ran into somebody. That's why I fell, which is what I told the guys. I thought I ran into Benny. I said, well, why Ramsey put the ball there? I ran into Benny. When I looked at the replay, Benny was nowhere near me. I didn't run into nobody. My Achilles popped. Now, unfortunately, I knew it. As you can see, I'm trying to get up. I go back down. And the only way I could describe what I felt was when I went to step, when I got up, it felt like my foot was going into quicksand. That's what it felt like. Like every time I put my foot down, it's sinking into something, but my foot was there. That's how I knew something was wrong. And, unfortunately, I wasn't able to enjoy the moment, enjoy the game, and really do what I was supposed to do in the game. So I want to apologize to everybody for that because my mind was gone. Because the one thing you think about when you're injured is the recovery, what you got to go through, This is a picture here. As you see the left side. Unfortunately, I had a heel spur. And the heel spur all these years damaged my Achilles. Usually they take the MRI to see the Achilles pop. It was bone on the Achilles. It was so damaged that you could see the bone popped off. The whole thing popped. And you could see it up my leg. That's what I felt. I felt a little bulge in my calf. And, I got surgery. Yeah, I got surgery. This was a Saturday. Urgent Care Center Sunday. Told the doctor that Wednesday. Getting surgery that Thursday. And that's because, I work in orthopedic hospital. But I just want to tell, definitely, bottom line, great play by Ramsey, finding me the ball. And I want to commend all the players in this game because we're playing a real risk playing. This is my first game, I don't play no more. But these guys risked everything. And that's why I say this situation will humble us and definitely allow us to know what we appreciate, what we risk. Not only the situation with the coronavirus, but with injury.
Yeah.
We risked a lot playing this game. And I just wanted to have fun with my guys because I love the league. I love these guys. And I just wanted to have a chance to lay my head down. Unfortunately, I got hurt on the play.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you could tell, like, as the game went on.
You knew.
Yeah.
You were the only one that read that it was over.
Because I'm like, first of all, I saw it unfold. I'm recording everything.
Right.
So it's like you could see a slow motion shot of everything that's happening. And then I knew once he got up, he's smiling or whatever, but then you can see he's hurt. And like he's walking, he's limping. And now it's like his mind is not in the game anymore. One thing I could say is Jay is very I would say that he's very outspoken. He's gonna be hype. He's gonna
Right.
talk and all
Emotional
that.
too, yeah.
Towards the end of the game and throughout, like he was really quiet on the side. He wasn't really calling anything and all of that. So it kind of took the fun out a little bit. Tried to save face a little bit, but you could see that this is something that him and his family is gonna have to deal with. And, obviously we're going to feel it too with how we have to move forward doing this, So everything changes. So that's why it was an unfortunate situation, but, it's unavoidable at that point.
And we're past it now because I had the surgery and we're moving on. I'm recovering, but we just wanted to take you in a moment. Now we're going to jump back into the game at halftime. G gets the extra point, 13-12. The West takes the lead. Now my thing about this, we had the ball 3 times. We scored twice. We're up 1. Ramsey threw a bad interception. He threw an interception as if he tried to throw a play to Los and it got picked up. Ramsey's doing what he's supposed to do in the All-Star game. It's all about fun. He showed the ability to have a good time, and I got to see what it's like to play with him. To get a quarterback that can throw and the angles that other quarterbacks can't do and be so elusive like other quarterbacks can't do, this guy in the pocket can move like an Akon and Shannon and throw down the field like an Alex. That's unheard of to put all that in one body. I don't think this guy gets the respect he deserves because he's a gunslinger, because he throws interceptions. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this guy's good.
Yeah.
And if we look at his career, and I'm not listen, a lot of guys don't like him. And I talk about guys and I go with numbers. At the end of the day, this guy, tell me the one star receiver he's ever really had. You saw what he did with Lou. You saw what he did with that team that they had in Brooklyn, the Shockers.
Yeah.
This guy's good.
Yeah.
Tell me one guy you that's so dangerous on UTF. Don't really have. He did it with players that has talent, but he didn't have it with no superstar players. And this guy puts number. The problem is, it's when he makes the turnovers. He makes the turnovers at the worst time that you can, and that's the issue with him. But at the end of the day, I'm happy with my quarterback. We're up 13-12. I'm out for the game, but it don't matter because at the end of the day, we have a team that can win. Tone did a great job coaching. Tone was actually mad at me for going into the game, and I apologize to him because he didn't want me to go in the game. But like I said, we told it was gonna happen. But at the end of the day, great play by my Western Conference taking a 1-point lead. Now talk about your whack East. The Eastern Conference.
First of all, it's halftime, right?
Right.
So at the end of the day, we have a whole another half of football to go. And understand, even though we're the East, whatever team is on my side is the defending the defending All-Star champs. So at the end of the day, we are the ones that have to win this game. And I feel like we have the personnel and the talent to do just that. So I'm not worried. I told him no. I told him, listen, it's not even a big deal. I didn't have much to say. We just kept it moving for the second half, and I just said, pretty much said, keep doing what y'all doing. Like, what's the point in sitting here and coaching these guys as much as I need to when I know that I have confidence in the world that they're gonna get the job done. So I didn't give them much pep talk. We was already in the game.
All right, we're gonna jump into the half. Remember, the Western Conference is up. Western Conference is up 13-12. And real quick, before I forget, we honored Kobe and the passage in the plane and his daughter by basically we wanted to go with the Mamba numbers. If you look on the West and the East, the Eastern Conference, who, if you remember, that was the team that Kobe got drafted by, which was the Hornets before he got traded. So if you look at the Eastern Conference have number 8 for Kobe. The Western Conference, who he was traded to, got number 24.
Yes.
That is why you see us with number 24, your side with 8. You can also see we have his daughter's number in the front with the wings. Definitely shout out to Darren. Shout out to Barline. Barline did the hats. Darren did the shirts. Great opportunity. Yes. Great idea. And Darren even did something special for Los. Who y'all don't know, Los, who plays with Brotherhood in BQFL, plays with UTF in UFL. He lost his son. His son passed away.
Yeah.
And his son number was 8. He always represented his son number 8. We wore the number on a stick on Street Bowl.
Yeah.
Too. And Darren, even though Los was on the Western Conference and all the Western Conference was wearing 24, he gave Los his personal number 8 so he could represent his son.
And I think that was a great thing. Definitely. Shout out to Darren, Barlon, and everything for all the shirts and hats that they provided, and the fact that, you know, Darren was able to do that for him just shows, you know, that even within this, we stand. It stands out, showing that everybody's willing to honor him and his, you know, his lost son. You know, to show love. You know, that's all it's about. You know, so as everybody's wearing 24, he's able to still represent his son's number 8, and I think that that's an emotional thing to, you know, to hold with you. And, you know, I'm sure he appreciated it. Everybody else, you know, showed love. That's all it's about. That's pretty much what the whole thing with the shirts and hats is all about.
Yeah, and the All-Star game atmosphere. All right, we're going to jump right into the game with the Western Conference getting the ball. Second down, Ramsey with blocking from G. Throws a Bop on the sideline. Nice game, first down. Bop is a very good tight end. Very good guy in the slot. He's very underrated. The guy makes plays. Great player by him there. Ramsey throws to Los on the sideline, getting a decent gain, getting a 10-yard line. You get a chance to see Los number 8 here. Great play by Los. Ramsey finds him. Second and goal, Ramsey finds Charles in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look at Charles with the one-handed catch for the touchdown, Twan gets an extra point, 20-12. West Side, baby.
This don't matter. It don't matter. I mean, I'm watching the game behind the camera. You know, I can't necessarily talk to the guys on the sideline, whatever, but I'm like, this don't matter. Okay, we down by 8. Nothing's wrong. It's fine. We were down before, and we end up winning the game, so I'm not really worried. It's kind of what happened last year. When the West was down, we were down, and we scored twice, and we took over the game. So this is nothing. Y'all can have y'all fun, because the East is now turning it up. This is the start of our second half, and that's how we're going to take over.
Plus, we already know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So I can act confident because we already know the outcome.
Casey with 2 passes to Chris in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Casey moving the ball with Chris. They're looking good on this drive. Casey then blitzed by Machine, who's blocked by Luke. Casey throws deep to Benny, who gets past Los and Twan, caught in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Jaquan gets a 2-point conversion, 20-20. Eastside ties it up.
And the fact that Benny is able to connect with his quarterback of Don't Sleep, that is a great thing when you have chemistry like that. Because these guys already work together. So there's no, like how they say, there's no getting to know a player, you know, when you already play with them. So that chemistry is there. And Casey's able to find them, not being worried about the score. Yeah, they took the lead. Casey's not worried about that. And he comes right back with the score. Like I said, this was their second half starting, and they end up answering with a touchdown of their own.
4 and out is what happens with the Western Conference. First down, Ramsey. First down, Ramsey is going to roll left. Roll the Twan in the gap with contact from Face and Carmine. The pass is dropped. This is the problem with Twan. You have to make these catches if you're going to be considered a number 1 receiver. Even though you're going to get hit, he doesn't hold on to it. The ball comes out, that's going to be a drop.
And the thing about him is he's not a guy that likes contact when he's on offense. You know, he is a tall guy, very fast. He has good hands. But when you add contact in the mix, he doesn't come down with the ball all the time. And that's kind of what brings him down on offense, because he's not that type of receiver that can catch through contact, and he shows it here.
Second down, Ramsey gets blitzed by Lou, who gets pat by G. Ramsey rolls left, throws to Twan, cutting in the gap, passes high, picked off by Carmine, giving it back to the Eastern Conference. Let me tell you something, Carmine played great this year.
Yes.
The guy played great. He had a little hiccups a few games in the season, but he started off great, had a few hiccups, ended the season great. This guy was definitely an all-star, and I think it's because the pressure came by Lou, who beats G. Ramsey threw this pick because the ball was high. Even high for Twan, and Carmine makes him pay, coming away with it.
And the thing about this whole situation with Ramsey being rushed by Lou, and a lot of people were saying that this was a dumb throw, this is Ramsey being Ramsey and all of that. But one thing you gotta understand, when you make Ramsey roll out a certain way and throw off his whole rhythm, that's how you beat Ramsey. You catch him by the surprise rush, and Lou, who played with Ramsey multiple times, knows exactly how to put pressure on him. So that's exactly what he does. And Carmine, who I believe is one of the best isolating cornerbacks in our league right now that played this year, you know, he's able to read the play and get an interception here. great defender, played great this year. That whole play was great defense by my East team, and that is the way that you play Ramsey and they get a big play here.
First down, KC on 4 rush, throws a loop, cutting in the gap for a big gain, picking up the first down. KC then throws a Augie in the gap. He can't hold on to it, and that's dropped. Yes, Augie, the ref, gets a shot to play, and he drops the ball. Whose fault is that? Is that KC's bad throw or Augie what? Tell me.
I'll just say, Augie's my guy, known him for a good while. But he tried to come back into this game similar to how you tried to come back into this game. I think he tried to look for similar results. Yeah. It didn't happen. He couldn't hold on to the ball. I think it's because he's been away from the game a little bit longer than you. So because of that, his gameplay.
And Augie was good back in the day.
Yes, he was a capable receiver back in the day, but that's far back in the day. So, he's been out of his element for a long time, and that's why a catch that he should have made, he's not able to hold on to it. Everybody's laughing, it's all love at the end of the day, but I know it's killing him inside that he wasn't able to hold on to that ball.
Second out, Casey is blitzed and sacked by Jay. Big sack by Jay, making a play there, getting that sack. Fourth down from the 22-yard line, Casey on 4 rush, throws it up to Jaquan, the back of the end zone. Jaquan with the catch, through contact from Jay Edmashee, comes down for the touchdown. Dito gets a 2-point conversion, 28-20. Jaquan killed us on this.
Yes.
Game was tied. He went out, made a play, and this one hurt.
But my thing is this, and this play right here, one thing I could say about Jaquan is the one thing that keeps him from being up there with a lot of players that you could compare him with, Henry and all these other guys on the top A list, is that he's not always consistent on this high level of play. But when he plays at this high level, he's one of the best guys on the field. And he shows it on this play here. He's able to make the catch with contact, showing that he has that vertical, is able to jump over these players and come down with the ball. Very impressive play, and the potential of this guy is through the roof when he's playing on this level.
Easton also is up. West gets the ball. First down. Ramsey gets blitzed by Aha. Blocked by G. Ramsey scrambles on 4 rush and throws it up. Picked off by Jaquan, who's going to run it all the way back to the end zone. Ending the game. East comes away with the win. 34-20.
Even after all this time, I know it still stings that the game ended that way. Even though y'all had the lead in the half. Y'all thought y'all were running away with it. And that's when the East stepped up on both sides of the field. Your man Jaquan on the last 2 drives of the game comes up with a huge touchdown and then an interception to run it back. Now, that was just him finding a way to close out the game right there. That was pretty much just him. But I got to give my shout out to KC because he was consistent throughout. Yes, there was some hiccups here and there, but this man did not slow down for nobody, and he was able to connect with whoever was on the field for the scores that he needed to. And what's the score? Read again.
34-20.
34-20. So after they scored, I believe that last play in the first half, right? Or was it the first?
We scored in the first drive of the second half.
Yes. After that, the game was over. That was the game for the West. That was the highlight of the game. Our team didn't even start, and that's when we was able to take over the game. So shout out to the East. Shout out to all these guys that came out and played hard and took this game seriously. Shout out to Doughboy for coaching and switching the guys back and forth. Shout out for him giving Augie opportunity to try to, get a play in to try to respond to your play early in the first half. Shout out to all these guys. Shout out to the West for playing hard and having fun with us. It was just a great moment overall. Even though, you had to see Jay go down towards the end of the game, in the middle of the game.
Right.
It was still a great game. The fact that these guys was here, and having fun, it just, lightens the whole moment for me and I'm sure for everybody else.
We're going to show you the bet after we go over this part. Great game. Had a great time. This is my issue with Ramsey. Mm-hmm. The man threw great. He threw 3 touchdown passes, but he also threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Now, in the All-Star game, you want to air out. You want to have a good time.
Yeah.
My problem with him is he threw an interception on first down, which was a pick 6 in the game. He threw an interception on second down. And in the beginning of the game, I think he threw the interception on second down also.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over early in the downs.
Yeah.
And that's the issue with Ramsey. sometimes he see things that's not there. And the reason I call Ramsey Brett Favre is Ramsey greatest strength is his greatest weakness. He thinks he can make every throw. And the problem with his game is he can make every throw. That doesn't mean you have to try to make every throw. You know, you can be able to fight and be a good fighter. That doesn't mean you have to go out looking for fights. That's my problem with Ramsey. I still think he's the most talented quarterback in this game, talent-wise, from shoulders down. I think the head, he makes mistakes, and he attempts to win games on his own. And as a coach, when I coach, I would never accept something in a loss, in a win, that I wouldn't in a loss. And this was he made some bad plays. I don't want to make it dramatic, and definitely we played well. We could have did better. You know what I mean? We allowed the Western Conference to score both times that they had we allowed the Eastern Conference to score both times they got the ball in the second half. You know, a lot of the intels, the two of the 3 interception Ramsey threw, he threw under pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So because of the blocking broke down. So I'm not gonna put it all on Ramsey. You know, we made mistakes. My problem with the guys on my side is we had a Hall of Fame coach. We didn't listen.
Yeah.
You know, especially I went down, but I brought tone to coach. And we didn't do what we needed when we had the opportunity. You can't go up in the half, right? By 1 and then score coming out the half and go up 8 and then lose that game.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Another thing that I got to add to is, again, like you said, a lot of people was putting everything on Ramsey. Oh, Ramsey threw 3 interceptions. Yes, on paper, it may look like it was all Ramsey's fault. But like you said, and like you pointed out, 2 of the last interceptions was on when he was under pressure.
Correct.
So he was running for his life on those plays. And if you rush him the right way, you can take away a lot of options that Ramsey normally has on the rollout. And that's exactly what they did on 2 of those plays. So at the end of the day, the defense played it very effectively. And you have, one guy that I saw in the game that, was supposed to help protect is G, who played with Ramsey.
Right.
G, former block of the year. So yes, he's on there for offense because he kind of was one of the league leaders in touchdowns. But you got to give Ramsey some protection out there. If you already saw that, he already threw an interception from being under pressure, then they got to adjust. And that's not what they did when they were supposed to protect him there. So I don't know how the breakdown happened with the block or whatever. I'm showing you the play here. But because he didn't have enough protection, that's kind of why these 2 plays broke down, in my opinion.
And on my defense, we gave up a touchdown on 4th from the 22-yard line on a throw-up play that Jaquan caught. Yeah. Game was tied. We can't make that mistake and get that up on 4th down. Now, on your side, Casey played great. Casey played the way he was supposed to play. Casey did not throw any interceptions. He got stopped 1 time with the ball. And that was on 3rd down with blocking from Will. Casey throws it to Tito in the middle. It was low and incomplete. And 4th down, he throws it up. Other than that, Casey had the ball 5 times and scored 4. He's a game manager. Yeah. He doesn't turn the ball over. So when he plays like a quarterback, like somebody else, he makes mistakes. But when he plays this style, he's good. His son scored. Tito's a very good player. You know what I'm saying? Jaquan showed what he can do. These guys on this offense, he also found Chris a few times. This offense of the Eastern Conference showed their ability to make plays and play together. Doughboy let the guys be who they were, but he motivated the guys even when they were down that we can win this game.
And I'm going to say this. We mentioned about, Casey's last game and, in the UFL or whatever. But, we're going to go over because we also covered later on. We also covered the BQFL championship. And KC ended up keeping this level of play and taking it to that championship game.
Which was the next
division, day. Which is the very next day. And he's able to beat the top Brooklyn team in the BQFL in blackout.
Right.
I would say it's something that you would write in a movie script, the way that they won that championship. And Casey played excellent in that game. So this just shows that this is one of the heights of Casey's potential when he's in good rhythm. And he showed that in this game, and he's able to prove that in that championship game. So shout out to him. People don't give him enough credit when he's able to play his game, but he's able to do that and play in excellent fashion.
Jaquan will get the All-Star MVP. He had two touchdowns and a pick six. Guy had 3 scores this game. And it's amazing that he turned it up playing an All-Star game. He had a good time, but he wanted to win because he thought he should be in the championship game. And I think he used the same mindset as if it was his championship.
Yeah.
So now we'll go through the awards, and then we'll go through what the bet was. We're going to start from the coach. Coach of the year, which is coach/captain of the year, given to the guy who either coached the best or put the best team together. And that went to Kaz of the Monarchs. What do you think about that? He beat Doughboy, and he also beat Jigga from Grindtime for this award. What do you think?
I think that anybody who looked at the list of the candidates for this award would be shocked for Kaz to win this, knowing, how their season ended in the playoffs.
Right.
But obviously this Coach of the Year is not a regular season award. So at the end of the day, you said it's either he put the best team together or he coached the best.
I think he did both.
And I think that, I'm not going to say that they were the best team in the league or the best team together. I'm not going to say that by any stretch. But I think that he took what he had and made them much better and played much better together than anybody could have ever even dreamed, ever even think they could do. Because this team had, I think, statistically, one of the best defenses in the league.
I believe they were the top defense in the league. They even won a game 6-0 on a pick six.
Yes, so they was holding teams to nothing
half
the time. They didn't score a lot because they had one of the worst offenses in the league. But the fact that they had one of the worst offenses in the league and they still had one of the best records in the league shows that they had such a great defense. And that just shows that regardless of what they had, they always found ways to win. And you got to give coaching some props for that. And that's why Kaz just creeps past Doughboy and past Jigga, because Jigga also coached really good, had a great defense, led their team to the championship, but when obviously they had a great regular season. And Doughboy put this team together, and they had one of the best teams in the league on both sides.
I think certain losses, loss of Don't Sleep,
it was a couple.
hurt them.
My thing is, it's not that they lost those games; it's how they lost those games.
And it questioned his ability to not only put the team together, because it's a team that he put together, were to lead. I think that's what hurt him. And the thing with Kaz, actually also helped them win. Other than guys like Arbely and Javon, a lot of these guys wasn't known.
Yeah.
And he had a top team in the UFL. So you got to give it to him. That's what it's all about. So shouts to him. Next one, we're going to have Offensive Player of the Year. And you have 2 guys who's up there for multiple awards in Lou and Ramsey, who's up there. G is up there for Offensive Player of the Year. This is going to go to Ramsey. He's going to win Offensive Player of the Year. UTF led the league in touchdowns. In scoring in general, and UTF, and he led the league in touchdowns with 22.
And the fact that he was able to score 22 points on a shortened season just shows how great this team was and how good he was at quarterback in the regular season. Because we're not talking about the way they ended the playoffs. But this man, 2 games in a row, 2 games in one season, was able to score 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Right.
So, regardless of how it happened or whatever, he was able to do it. And the fact that he ended his season with 22 touchdowns, that's just amazing. I haven't seen anybody score that high since Fred, since Chuck, since
Corey last year. Well, do you want to say that? Corey did it last year.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Only a few people scored on that high level.
Right.
Which was Corey, Fred, Chuck, and Reggie. Four
Ramsey.
Guys.
Also did it before.
Well, yeah. So my thing is, it's like you're competing with yourself at that point. So my thing is, only a few quarterbacks are able to do it, and he's been on that list twice. Mm-hmm. So that shows that it was a close run because Lou also had a great offensive season too. So it was a battle. It wasn't unanimous on that decision. No. Some was going for Lou, some was going for Ramsey. Ramsey just edged him out because of his dominance on offense. It's unquestioned. How he was able to dominate on offense in the season. So that's why he kind of just edged Lou out. But well-won award for Ramsey.
Defensive Player of the Year award is going to go to PME's free safety, Jaquan. Led the league in interceptions. definitely was a capitalist of this great PME defense with him and also Carmine. This guy played great defensively. He was on a mission to find out football, and he did it.
And the fact that when he started in this league, he was a runner-up. He was like a reserve
Yeah,
in the All-Star
last
game.
year.
Last year when he played with Horrible Humans. I saw the potential that he had. He started showing that potential even higher when he played in Street Bowl with Carver, but we showed that he was some inconsistencies here or whatever. But he mainly played offense in the Street Bowl. When he came in this league, straight up defense. He was able to
play defense in the Street Bowl.
No. You're not. But I'm saying he
did his damage.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. In this league, in the UFL, he was able to do most of his damage on defense.
Yes.
Just straight up lockdown. He was able to find and track the ball at any given time, and he was able to, pretty much play better than anybody else on that defense. He was one of the highlights of that PME defense, and he was why they were so good. So shout out to him. He's showing his potential, and the fact that the sky's the limit for him. He can improve even higher than this. Just shows amazing play from him, and I can't wait to see more.
And he beat Carmine, his teammate, and he also beat Machine.
Yes.
Another guy up there who was up there for Defensive Player of the Year and also beat Charles.
Yes.
So these guys, he beat a lot of good players to win Defensive Player of the Year. Shout to him. And the last award is going to be League MVP that went to starting quarterback of Grindtime, Lou.
And even though we can't say that, even though he just lost the Offensive Player of the Year award, because some believe that he should have gotten 2.
Right.
But I think that the MVP award goes to him because not only was he a quarterback for this team, but he was a leader for this team. They rallied around him.
Yep.
When he played his game and when he did what he was supposed to do, these guys rallied around him and played even better when he was here. When he wasn't here, they struggled. They couldn't get anything done. But when he is here, they are a completely different team. They are a championship team, and he showed that this season. He continued in the playoffs, but in the regular season, there was nobody that was a better leader on the field than Lou, and that's why I believe he deserves the MVP award.
I mean, the man was second in touchdown passes with Grindtime with number 2 offense, and he threw the least amount of interceptions as a starter than all the other starters. He threw, I believe, 3.
Yes.
That's less than every other starter in the league. This guy showed the ability. We saw it should be expected. The guy went to a championship last year when it was an A division.
Yeah.
So now the B division, which he has pretty much the same team, they only really added guys like E, Kaka. They didn't go out and add Lou. They added regular role players to the team, and he got them in a position to be a top team and first place in their Eastern Conference division. You got to give this man his props. He played great. He beat Ramsey. I think Ramsey hurt himself with his interceptions. Yeah. He had a game, I think he threw 4. He had another game where he threw 3. Lou didn't do that. Lou threw 3 interceptions for the season.
Yeah.
And also was in second in touchdown passes, and he missed the game.
Yeah.
So this guy played great, won this award, definitely deserved it. Shout to him. Now we'll go back to our game, the All-Star game, and what we said, the Eastern Conference is going to beat the West.
Yeah.
And the bet was between us.
Yeah.
The loser. The way it was supposed to be was the coach was supposed to hit his own player with a pie.
Yeah.
Now shout to Skip. Skip is the ultimate hype man.
Yeah.
Skip changing. We got much love for Skip. Much respect for Skip. We said no. Skip said, let you do it.
Yeah.
So you had to hit me with a pie, knowing that I'm hurt,
Yeah.
knowing that my mind ain't here, knowing that I'm trying to play it off. What was it like for you to keep the face going, even though you knew I wasn't there, but you kept it going? We did our best to keep it going with the crowd. And what did it feel like to hit me with the pie?
I mean, it was such a bittersweet moment in the very definition of the word because, one, I don't even remember the stipulations of that bet. I don't. Mm-hmm. When we made the bet and talking about somebody getting hit with a pie, and it was kind of cold that day. So you're going to have cold, sticky whipped cream all in your face and all of that. I'm like, I don't know if anybody's ready for that. So I had to deal with that. And the fact that, okay, we won. But knowing that, Jay was hurt, he wasn't really in the game, he wasn't in the moment or whatever. So I had to think, am I going to do this? Because one moment I was kind of hesitant, like, you know what? I'm not going to do that to him because, that's gonna make things even worse. You know, he's not feeling right. You know, and to do this, it kind of makes it even worse. But I'm like, you know what? We gotta
Do our
chin
job.
up. We gotta chin up.
Just our job.
And the whole point of us being out here is, you know, for the guys. You know, we was trying to, you know, make a moment for the guys, make it fun or whatever, and to have our input in the game and all of that. So that's why I decided, you know, let's just do it. And I think the whole thing with Skip making me do it, I think that it was merited and it was fitting for it to happen that way. I think it made it better overall. And I'm going to show it here without, you know, us talking over it. So I'm going to just let y'all see it, and I'm going to kind of finish my thoughts afterwards.
Take it like a champ. Got to get a pop to the face.
All right, guys, here we go.
My man goes down his
Yeah, I had to deal with the wig, yo.
Ghost gotta give it to him. Ghost gotta be the one to
Give it to him.
I got you.
All right, somebody hold it. Somebody hold it. Come on,
Corner ready?
Make sure you get it. Make sure you get it.
Hey, yo, don't hold back, too, you heard, Ghost?
Yo, remember this. Ghost, this is for all the times, Ghost. This is Big Brother. It's an opportunity.
Hey, wait, anything you gotta say, Jay? Wait, you got anything to say? Nothing to say?
Are you
Nothing to
nervous?
say?
Are you nervous?
Nothing to say? Nothing to say?
This is the
Think of all the years you lost.
Yeah.
Think of all the time when you got the wig. When you won the wig.
Say what you want to
Remember
say.
all
No,
the
say
years
it.
where he used to talk to you. Yo, hold up. Everything. Yo, come on, Ghost. No mercy. No mercy, Ghost. No mercy.
Take a picture with it. Take a picture with it. Take a picture.
As you see, you know, Skip, like you said, being a hype man, you know, he kind of hyping it up.
He made it fun.
Yeah, he made the like it kind of brought me back into it because
me too.
When you're involved in something, but when you don't see the other person really there and you can sense it, it kind of throws you off, you know? So the fact that was able to help us get back into the moment, I think, you know, that was probably the thing that saved it all. So shout out to Skip for being involved. Shout out to Skip for, you know, recording everything with us or whatever. And, you know, just being a part of the moment.
Yeah.
That just shows that, you know, this league isn't just those who play in the league. It's everybody else who's involved, everybody else who covers the games and everything. So shout out to Skip because I think he kind of saved that moment for us.
Yeah. And then the other players rallied around
Yeah,
MJP and all these other guys said,
So
yeah.
I think that
So
kinda
all the
fixed-
guys,
that
Skip
kinda
started
saved the
it,
moment,
but the other guys jumped in,
So, you know, shout out to everybody that was involved because we had a great time. That was a great game. And it kind of got us back into being prepared for the next game, which is the championship game, which is huge. And we can't we can't run that game or have, you know, that game go down if we're not in on the moment, you know. And then for those who are on the field, they already saw what unfolded, some things that happened to make things even worse, you know, but it kind of kept us in the moment and helped us get through the difficulties that we had later on in that day. So shout out to everybody that was involved.
And real quick, listen, we have a job to do, and what I tell people is we sacrifice for this league. A lot of people don't see that, but it's all right. We don't do it for props. We do it because we love what we do, and our job is to entertain the guys. This game is not only. Let me tell you something. This is an entertainment game. We're here to have fun, but we also have people that don't even play that come to watch. So our job and the jobs of the players are to entertain, to get our mind off. That's why we watching film now. We watching things now because we trying to entertain ourselves and get us away from reality. So I once I knew my Achilles was gone, I was supposed to go right to the hospital.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get off my feet, but we have a job to do. I couldn't leave, and you told me that, and my family told me that, and we had to be a part of our brand.
Yeah.
So I had to stay. I stood on my feet, unfortunately, on that torn Achilles, which I showed y'all the picture. So this is serious, and I could have did more damage, but I left it in God's hands and knew that at the end of the day, we have a responsibility to our players, to our fans, to all the people that support Real Tough Talk, the UFL, the owner, Tim. We have a responsibility to all these guys to do our job, and that's what we did. And looking back at it now, listen, like you said, it's bittersweet, but at the end of the day, we got it done. So we're going to wrap this one up. We'll go to the championship game next. Unfortunately, like y'all, we're going to tell y'all in that game, you're really going to know who's going to win. Unfortunately, it's going to be an issue with the lights not going on completely. Situation that never went down in 8 years that we did it.
Yeah.
But the players all adjusted. Shout out to Grindtime and Rep City. Just taking a bad situation and making it well, because I don't know what I would have been because my mom wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then to have this situation with the lights, I had guys like Chuck, definitely step up, Tone, all my guys, Darren, all the guys that was there that supported the league, stepped up and helped make a decision with the players to play the game. And shout out to them, man, because I don't know what would happen the following week. I wouldn't have probably been there. The coronavirus stuff broke out a few weeks after, so a week or so after. So definitely shout out to everybody and kept it moving. So we'll go to the next game. We're going to wrap this one up. We're going to see in the next segment. Shout out to the East All-Stars for coming away with the win over the West, 34-20, and me getting that pie in my face. It tasted good. I'm not going to front, but I would rather eat it with a spoon than with my face. All right, we're going to be right back. Real Tough Talk.
Everybody look at me wrong.
One, huh?
You gotta take a picture with the team. We're winning team now. Thanks. Get in the pic. Hey, you gotta take a picture with the team.
All right, welcome back. Real Tough Talk. We just went over the All-Star game. For the people that just joined us, that people may not have wanted to see the All-Star game highlights. We're doing it a little different. We're in my house, and we decided to. There's no studio, so we're not in the studio.
Yeah.
And we're doing it a little different, but we definitely wanted to bring y'all football, something to entertain y'all. If y'all didn't catch the first video, this one, like I said in the first video, I'm coming back of injury. I got injured in the All-Star game. I tore my Achilles, and right now I'm a month out. And time to heal. Everything with coronavirus, has been a lot of craziness going on.
Yeah.
But it's time for us to get back and get into the work. Much love to everybody that sent me all the love. And I'm just saying it over again that I said in the first video.
Yeah.
If you can see, I got my boot, and I'm trying to heal. So we put something together, for we could go over the championship, so we're not in the studio, but we're definitely same Real Tough Talk type of feel to it.
Yeah, and we make sure that we take all the precautions in terms of, the social distancing. Like, this is the closest we've been in the past couple of weeks.
Right.
So that's why we weren't able to, record the show. So we figured out a way that we can, take proper precautions to make sure that everything here is clean, everything here is good and whatever, so that we can, proceed to make at least some videos and get back a semblance of, doing our regular talk show,
All right, so now we're going to go over, this is the championship game. And you have Grindtime facing Rep City.
Yeah.
Grindtime just came off of beating Don't Sleep. And Rep City came off of beating 99. So obviously, when it's been a month out, we all know who's going to win this game. If you didn't know by now, you may be in a rock or anything. But we're going to go over the game, and we're going to tell you why we think what happened in this game.
Yeah.
Grindtime is coming in with 5 All-Stars.
Yeah.
That made the All-Star team. They got Kaka, they got Lou, their quarterback.
Yeah.
Let me just go over the offense leading to Lou. Lou's their starting quarterback. He made it. As you saw, he's the league MVP.
Yeah.
So that's their starter. Their captain, Jigga, he made the All-Star team. Then you got Bo, Ant, and Kaka, all All-Stars. So they're coming with 5 guys, and they some of the most players on one team that made the All-Star team.
Yeah.
They're coming in with 5 power. I believe they're coming in with the number 2 offense in the league. So this team is destined to get, and they're coming off of a loss that they lost last year to IOD 28-19. So they made it back with practically the same team. The only additions they practically made was guys like they picked up Kaka, they picked up Eric,
Yes.
and they picked up Rich. Those are the main impact players that they picked up.
Yeah.
So they kept, I would believe, 80% of their roster in. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk more about that, how they got to make more additions at the end of this game. But they come in with their high-powered team and a team that's played with each other. On the other hand, they come in, Rep City are coming in with 3 All-Stars. Their starting quarterback didn't even make the All-Star team. Their best player, Rel, didn't even make the All-Star team. They All-Stars are Meech, D-Boy, and Sheamus. They sent 3 guys to the All-Star game, and those 3 guys are considered role players.
Yeah.
So their best 2 players didn't even make the All-Star team. So you would figure that Grindtime is coming in, especially coming off of a championship game. They're coming in more of the David to Rep City's Goliath.
But my thing is, they have been playing some different football for this Rep City team. They always said from the very beginning that they're not worried about whoever they face in front of them because these guys perform when it matters. You have D-Boy, who hasn't been the same as he was before he got injured a few years back, but he's starting to step into that role as a person who helps his team move along, and that's why he's been recognized this year for that. You have Sheamus, a rookie in this league, who came out of nowhere and was a big weapon for this team, a big pickup for them, and he's one of the guys that helped them make it here with this consistent play that's coming from him. And then you have Meech, a guy who we always killed for being inconsistent. So a guy who's always said that he's right there at the tier but never steps over that line. But he's been showing that he has been an effective playmaker for this team from the very beginning when they need it, and that's another reason why they're here. They have so many guys that will surprise you, that will perform when they need to, right when they need to. So I don't think that they're worried about the all-star acolytes or the awards, anything like that. They have one mission and one mission alone, and these guys are here to complete that mission.
Now, I'm going to give you the unfortunate thing about the championship game, but y'all all know now, we had an issue with the Parks Department, something beyond out of control, and the lights are not going to be on fully.
Yeah.
The owner of the league, Timothy, definitely had a discussion with the Parks Department after. And I say discussion because he really got on them.
Yeah.
But that's no here or no there. It's going to be a situation in the game. Now, we gave both teams the opportunity to postpone the game. And shout to both teams. They wanted to play.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little darker. You know, you can see somewhat both teams are only going to go one way because that's where the lights were. So if it's a turnover, obviously, whatever you out in the field, it'll go back the opposite way. This is something that have not, as in my career has been done. 8 years in the UFL, this has never happened.
Yeah.
But I applaud both teams for adjusting and wanting to play the game that needed to be played.
And I believe it's because they prepared for this game all week. So to be thrown off of the rhythm that you've gathered over the last couple of weeks, to stop and have to pause and then have to reset, I don't think that it would have helped either team. And then specifically, you have one team that has gotten guys here that can only play this game.
In Jalen, who's in school, flew down here, similar to what them Getters did with one of their players, Cruz, who flew down to make sure he was here for the chip game. Same thing with Jalen. So obviously, Jalen is one of their best players, if arguably not their best player. And they needed him here.
Yes, he is definitely their best defender on that team.
So they needed him here. He qualified in the season, but had to go back to school. So they could not afford to postpone that and just give away the money that they paid for his flight, knowing they're not going to get him back. And like you said, Rep City, they wanted to go to pedal to metal. They didn't want to lose the momentum they was on after beating 99 and beating UTF. They wanted to keep that pedal and adrenaline going, and they wanted to play the game. So we're going to jump right into the game now as we let y'all know what's going on with that. We're going to start off with Rep City getting the ball because the East won the All-Star game, and Grindtime will get the choice of the ball. They're going to get the ball second half. Akon with 2 passes to Debo in the gap, who runs for a nice game, picking up the first down. What's very important about that is the fact that they started off with a big play. Akon, who has won 2 championships in a row in this league, with playing with IOD, is already used to this type of atmosphere. He starts it off early. Finally, Debo, great play by him getting the first down.
And that's the way to start the rhythm early, to start the drive with able to move the ball, getting the first down. And I noticed in the last couple games, Akon has gotten a connection with Debo, and he's been going after him as a target regularly now. So Debo is going to be a main factor in this game, and Akon shows it right out the bat with these passes here.
Akon then throws a Meek on the sideline for a decent game. Third down. We're blocking from B-Dot. Akon throws a Debo in the gap, getting him to the 5-yard line. Akon and Debo is getting a rhythm. And what I like about the fact is that Debo was a guy that we saw potential all season.
Yeah.
You know, and Akon definitely can find anybody on this team. Great play by Akon there finding Debo. They're just going to take us to 4th down. 4th and goal. Akon throws a Seamus open in the back of the end zone. Off target, incomplete. Grindtime with a great stop, stopping them in the red zone.
And it could be because, again, as you get to that side of the field, it's very much darker. You're not able to see exactly where you're looking and whatnot. So it looked like this was clearly an inaccurate pass because Shane was open in the back of the end zone. That's unfortunate for them, but that's an opportunity missed by the offense.
Now we're going to have Grindtime getting the ball back. Their MVP quarterback leading this team now on their first drive of the game. We're blocking from E-Rock and Yomi. Lou throws to Rico in the middle for a decent game. 2nd down, Lou throws to Rico in the gap. The pass is dropped, incomplete, but then Rico gets flagged for the cursing. 15-yard penalty. That one hurt.
It could be because of that pass that he dropped that he wasn't able to connect with. So he showed some frustration after the play. He comes out. I guess the refs heard him, hear him cursing on the field. That's unfortunate because that way you can kill your offensive momentum. Yes, you drop a pass, but because you're drawing attention from yourself to yourself by doing something like that, it can throw off your whole offense, and that doesn't help them at all there.
3rd down, Luke scrambles on 4 rush, throws deep to Yomi in the middle, off target, picked off by Debo. Debo gets the ball back for this Rep City offense. And we talked about this guy earlier in the game. Being a playmaker, he comes away with an interception. I think Lou was just taking a shot, but that 15-yard penalty got to be a main part of this play.
And the thing about it is he's scrambling. He's trying to get a play off because eventually, after a certain amount of time, you know that the rush is coming. Lou is not good under pressure. We all know that. And because of that, he throws an inaccurate pass. It's left up too high. And because of that, the defense is able to capitalize with the interception.
Rep City's going to get the ball back now. Akon throws to Meach on the sideline for a decent game. 3rd down, Akon with blocker from B-Dot. Throws to Meach open in the gap, getting him to the 5-yard line. If you look here, Betty stops to rush up to run in to help, leaving Meach open. That is a big mistake. Akon makes them pay.
And it seems like this Grindtime defense is worried about giving Akon too much time, but because they rush in the wrong person, that one person leaves his man open, Akon is able to find him for a big play here.
4th and goal. Akon rolls left, finds Cello in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0. If you look here, Skaka steps up as Akon rolls out, leaving Cello wide open, and they're going to capitalize on that mistake. 6-0.
And the fact that he's able to run, that entices the defense to step up to try to stop him from running. But one thing you got to know is Akon is looking to throw before he's looking to run. And because Kaka steps up, he leaves the one receiver that has an option to score here, which is Cello, and he's left open. Akon is able to find him. That play was well orchestrated, drawing the defense in and giving Cello the easy catch for the touchdown.
Remember, right now it is 6-0 Rep City. You're going to have the throw off here. You're going to have Grindtime coming on for the throw off. On the throw-off, you're going to have a drop here at the 10-yard line. That is a huge drop. We all know how it is on special teams. Got to get as much yards as you can. That is a big drop. That's 2 mistakes by Eric. One on the cursing that cost him 15 yards, and this one here on the drop on the kickoff.
But this one, you got to be prepared for this. I'm not going to kill them too much because it's very dark in the air. Obviously, when the ball is thrown up, it's hard to track in the air. So these things are going to happen, but they got to be able to adjust to it and make a play, and that's not what they do here.
Lou with 3 passes in the gap for a big gain, getting them the 1st down. 2nd down with blocker from Yomi. Lou throws deep to Sean, the back of the end zone. Sean only gets 1 hand on it, and that's going to be dropped. Is that more Shy or more Lou on that play?
I think that this was put right where Shaw's able to get to it, but Shaw again not able to track the ball. He reaches out for it without going 2 hands. He goes 1, and because of that, he's not able to pull the ball in. That is a drop pass there.
3rd down with blocking from Yomi. Lou throws it to Rico in the gap, high, incomplete. Grindtime is going to have to punt. Big stop by Rep City.
And the fact that Rep City already has the lead and they're able to hold them and not giving away a touchdown again, they have full momentum to take away build their lead and take away this game early if they're able to take advantage of this next drive here.
The touchdown, that was Shy dropped it. That was a touchdown if he caught it, right?
Which one here?
The bomb that Shy just dropped.
Yes,
it was in the back of the end zone.
Yes.
Rep City gets the ball back. Akon on 4 rush runs in the gap for a decent play. After a completed pass, 3rd down, Akon on 4 rush runs on the sideline. Anthony just misses the tag. Akon runs for a big gain, getting him to the 30-yard line. and a first down. They were questioned that they was going to challenge this. They didn't. What do you think of the play? Was this a tag?
I think that they made the proper decision not to challenge this play because it doesn't look like Anthony is able to get the tag as Akon runs to the sideline. That was a big play. Good decision by Akon knowing to take off on this moment here, and he gets some big yardage to keep the drive
Anthony
going.
has to make that tag.
Yes.
If Anthony makes that tag, if you look here, this play that he misses the tag, this is third down.
Yes.
If he makes the tag, they have to punt. But he misses a huge tag. While we tell everybody that ball keeper position is very important. He misses the tag. Akon runs for a first down. Akon then throws deep to Meach in the back end zone. With contact from Jalen, the pass is dropped. This is why they needed Jalen.
Yes.
This is why they didn't want to postpone the game to the following week. That's a touchdown. Jalen with the big hit, causing the ball to come out. Great play by Jalen there.
And the fact that he's there at the right time, guarding his player, he knows that if he's not getting an interception, he's going to put the contact to make the ball come out, and that's exactly what he does. Great play by Jalen.
Second down. Akon is blitzed by Kaka, who's blocked by B-Dot, but still sacked by Anthony. If you look here, Rel is opening the gap. That's a great play by Anthony, making up the mistake he made on the missed tag, coming up with a big sack. That is a huge play right there.
And a second later, I'm sure Akon would have spotted Rel for that pass there, but because he misses that, Anthony's able to capitalize, putting the pressure, and he gets a sack there.
Last play before half, Akon's going to throw the ball up, incomplete, taking us into the half, 6-0, Rep City.
Rep City right now is, again, they scored once, but they're doing what they have to on defense, making it difficult for this grind time offense to get anything going. They haven't been able to do nothing in this half, and you got to give it to the defense. They're playing well. They are staying with their defenders, not giving Lou any options, and they're putting pressure on them throughout. Keep them uncertain, keep them uncomfortable in the pocket, and you're going to give your defense an opportunity to make some plays. That's exactly what they're doing in the first half.
This is 6-0. And like I said, we all know how the game is going to come out. Mm-hmm. But the problem with this is, it's 6-0. Grindtime is playing the way Rep City want them to play. They are able to slow down their offensive attack. This is the number 2 offense in the league. This is the MVP quarterback of the league. Lou was the MVP of this season. They're able to slow him down, but it's not Lou. You're gonna have on that the first drive, 15-yard penalty. Well, Rico, he got several names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Rico, 15-yard penalty. That's gonna hurt. They dropped the kickoff, 10-yard line. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And then Shaw drops a touchdown pass. There's nothing Lou can do about that. Now, I know it's kind of dark on the field, but big-time players make big plays.
Yes, and both teams
nobody has an advantage. Yep. They're both playing not only the same direction, they're both playing in the poor visibility. So nobody has a advantage. The problem is Grindtime is not capitalizing. The same thing we seen them do last season in the Chip versus IOD. This team went up 2 touchdowns early.
Yeah.
They are not able to keep the pedal to the metal. And this one, they wasn't even able to come out with it, which plays more in Rep City's hands. Rep City wants to keep the game close. Now, Grindtime's defense got to help them. They allow them only to score once out of 3 possessions, which is good. But the one you gave up, on 3rd and 4th down, both of your players stepped up, leaving their guys open. That hurts you.
Yeah.
So you can't make mistakes in the championship game. And they did. They that kills you all the time. We're going to jump into the second half with Grindtime getting the ball. Second down, Lou throws the ball on the sideline for a nice game, picking up the first down. That is Bo's second catch of the day. They got to find a way to get this guy more involved in the offense. He is their best offensive player. They got to find a way to get him. Lou finds him there. Lou on 4 rush, rolls right, dodging D-Boy, throws to Rico in the gap. With the hit by Meach, the pass is dropped. Grindtime can't get any further. They're going to have to punt.
And that is a huge play by Meach. Not known for his physical play on the defensive end, but he shows that he has it there with being able to get there, put the pressure and the contact on the receiver, making the play come out. He's not there. That is a catch. That's a big play, and that keeps the drive going. What a way for the defender. What a way for Meese to step up and show his play right here when it matters most, and they cause him to punt here.
Second down, Akon throws to Debo in the gap for a decent game. Third down, Akon with blocker from B-Dot throws to Debo in the gap, high, picked off by Jalen. Grindtime gets the ball back. This is why they wanted to play this week.
Yep.
He already stopped the touchdown pass with a hit, and now he gets the interception, stopping Rep City on the drive. That's why they did not want to postpone the game. So when all the teams looking back saying, yo, they're stupid. No, they needed this man.
Yes.
He made 2 impact plays. Great play by him. That's why you pay for this man.
And this is a play that can change the game
Correct.
for this Grindtime team. The fact that Jalen's able to be here and make 2 big plays for this defense, that is money well spent by this Grindtime team. He's here to play. He's making a difference on his field, and they have an opportunity to capitalize.
First down, Lou on 4 rush, rolls left, throws it in the gap. That's going to be dropped. Second down, Lou on 4 rush, rolls right, throws deep to Bo in the front of the end zone. Short, picked off by Rel, giving it right back to Rep City. If you look here, Anthony's open on the sideline. Akon gets around Yomi and puts the pressure on Lou, which you said is Lou's weakness.
And that is the whole point of why you have to put pressure on Lou, because when you're able to do that, he makes throws like this. Every now and then you see Lou make throws like this, always because he's under pressure. Great way for Akon to swim through, because he doesn't use power, because if you watch earlier, B-Dot tried to rush him with power through Yomi. He could not do it. This here, Akon swims by him, gets through the block, puts pressure on Lou, makes all the difference, and because of that, Lou is not able to see the open receiver Anthony on the sideline, and he throws an interception here.
Rep City's gonna get the ball back. It's 6-0 Rep City. Rep City getting the ball. After an incomplete pass, Akon with 2 passes to Rel for a nice game, getting him to the 40-yard line. Shy is injured on this play and gonna have to leave the game. He'll return, but he's gonna leave the play here.
And that is a huge loss, especially knowing that Rep City is about to be, they're trying to get the first down.
Correct.
You got to stop them on this drive to have an opportunity to catch up in this game. So this is a big drive right here. This is coming on 4th down that they have. They have to stop them on this play.
4th down, Akon with the ball. On 4 rush, he's gonna look, see Debo open in the gap, make a nice pass for a big gain on 4th down, moving the chains. This is a huge play by Rep City and a big mistake by Grindtime. This is what wins and loses championships. Let's look at this play. Now, mind you, Shy, former MVP, Shy, former defensive player of the year, is injured, steps out. Now, Shy still, I believe, their 2nd best defensive player.
Yeah.
Their best defensive player is Jalen, but Shy plays the outside. You're going to look at this play. 4 rush, because of their Akon's running ability and B-Dot's dominance at blocker. If you look here, Gaka's going to rush in. This is Gaka's weakness in his defense. He constantly leaves his zone. He's going to rush in. If you look here, Mimi, another good defender, sits in the zone, but he has nobody. He's covering nobody. Why? Because he's watching Akon.
Yes.
Debo slips into the gap and runs up the field. Akon takes a shot. This is a very, very risky play, because if this is incomplete, it's Grindtime ball at Rep City's 40-yard line. Akon takes a shot, believes in his players, and makes this huge play, picking up the 1st down.
And the crazy part about this is, one, not only was it 4th down, but the fact that the same person has been helping them drive down the field throughout this game. Debo, he has been getting some big plays throughout. Akon has been connecting with them, and because Akon was able to make some big runs earlier in the game, that makes the defense respect his running game. And because of that,
B-Dot's blocking.
yes, so all of those things combined alters the way Grindtime plays their defense. It forces Kaka to rush in to give that help, and because of that, that whole zone right there is wide open. Kaka doesn't leave this area, he has opportunity to be in this vicinity to make a play.
Yep.
But because he leaves, Mimi stays and sits waiting for Akon. Akon is able to make an easy throw in the gap for a big gain here to Debo.
That is going to be a 1st down. Akon on 4 rush is sacked by Anthony. Tries to run, but Anthony makes a sack. Great play by Anthony. He's been playing up and down, but the last two times we've seen him play great defensively. That's a big sack there. Second down, Akon throws a Meach cutting in the gap. That's going to be dropped. That is a huge drop. Big
Yes.
big play for Grindtime that Meek dropped that ball, because that's going to take us to a big 3rd and long. Third down, Akon is blitzed by Bo, blocked by Cello. Akon throws a Sheamus on the sideline. The pass is low, but caught by Sheamus at the 2-yard line. Grindtime is going to challenge the play, and we're going to look at it. Now, unfortunately, it's not that, it's because of the darkness of the field. Some light, some dark. It's hard for the cameras, all the cameras on the field, to adjust because it's so inconsistent the way the light is. But we're going to look at it best. We're going to look at 2 shots.
Yes.
We're going to look at go shot here, and you're going to see Sheamus caught this ball. Another big shot that Akon takes. This is a big 3rd down. Sheamus with a great play. We talked about this guy early in the season. Great play here by him.
And the one, okay, and I'm going to say this. The last play, big blunder by the defense. That big play that they gave it to Debo. This play right here, defenders there. Sheamus is just able to go down and snag that ball. That is just all offensive play. Great play by Sheamus. And he's able to stay in bounds, too, at the 2-yard line. They stop him on this play, most likely going to be a turnover.
Yep.
But he makes the great play right when they need it to keep the drive going, and they're at the goal line, 4th and 2 here.
Well, the play stands.
Yes.
And they're going to give him the catch at the 2-yard line. This is going to be 4th down. On the hike, Akon is going to find Rel cutting in the front of the end zone, but a touchdown. 12-0, Rep City. Jalen believes he's picked. Now look at this play here. Look at them. First of all, Grindtime is in the worst defense you can ever play. They're at the 2-yard line. They're playing a man. Now, the problem with this is, look where Cello is. Cello is like in a sandwich type offense. He's between 2 guys.
Yeah.
And you got Rel lining up on the outside of Cello lining up in the end. Jalen attempts to stay with Rel. Rel is the best player on Rep City, so Jalen guards him. But if you look when Cello cuts in, Jalen feels he got picked. It's not a pick. You're in a man.
Yeah.
The offensive player has a right to the ground as anybody else. They were supposed to switch. They don't call a switch. So Jalen attempts to avoid Cello and go around him. But by that time, Rel is wide open. Akon finds him. That's why, as a team, playing man on the goal line at that part is the most difficult play to do, especially with a guy Cello side, and that's going to give up a touchdown on 4th down.
And the one thing that I've been saying for years is you do not go man on a goal line play, because all it takes is for the offensive player to get one type of separation and it's over. So that's why when you play the zone, you have the receivers go into your other zone defense. So let them come to you. If they would have been able to switch off and stay where they are stationary, the other defender would have been able to pick them up. But because they're following their own man, they cross into each other. They have to avoid each other. Also have to avoid the other offensive players who also have a right to that position. Because of that, all it takes is one type of separation. Akon gets it and is able to find Ralph.
And Cello's looking for the ball.
Yes.
So he's not setting a pick. He's still looking for the ball. If you set a pick, you know your man's open. He made a move, and Jalen ran into him or attempted to avoid him. This was not a pick. Jalen was frustrated. He was furious. But this is clearly not a pick. Rep City's up 12-zip, and I think the big play we should talk about is Rep City getting that 1st down or 4th down, Sheamus making that catch on 3rd down, and Grindtime playing man on 4th down in the end zone.
But you gotta understand, this Rep City team has nothing to lose. They never had nothing to lose this whole season. And at the end of the day, they're gonna take chances. They're gonna take shots. That's exactly what they did. They got 2 huge shots with 2 of their rookie players that just started to play in this team, and they're able to make some beneficial plays in this championship game.
Grindtime gets the ball. On the throw-off, Bo returns it to the 45-yard line, passing the 1st down, 2 minutes. That's a great return. I'm taking it. I know a lot of people say forget them. No. You get what you can get. Great return by Bo, making a big play there. Lou with the pass to E-Rock in the gap for a decent game. 2nd down, Lou with great blocking from E-Rock and Yomi runs toward the sideline for a decent game, stopping the clock. 3rd down, Lou throws the E-Rock in the gap. That's going to be dropped. 4th down at the 20-yard line. With nice blocker from E-Rock, Lou rolls and throws to Rico in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Lou manages to run through the crowd.
Yeah.
This is the crowd in his way. Still make a throw. They're going to booth review it. Play stands. Bo gets the extra point. 12-7. Grindtime finally scores.
I mean, obviously, we always review every touchdown play within 2 minutes. But my thing is here, Lou having the focus to be able to spot his receiver through the crowd, and he's able to throw it right out of the rollout. That shows determination. He had enough. He had to get them on the board. That's exactly what he does. That's an impressive touchdown here. We can debate if it's a little too late, but the fact that he's able to do it here, regardless of what's going on in the field, great credit to him. They needed that touchdown.
Get out of the way, crowd. Get out of the way.
Listen, they do that in every league. We already know that.
12-7. Rep City. After a short run to kill the clock, Akon throws to Sheamus for a few yards. Akon telegraphs his pass by calling Sheamus on the field, but the defense still doesn't react to Sheamus, who's been making big plays.
And I gotta talk about this play here. You're desperate. You're down by 5 points. You score, you win. It's less than 2 minutes left. You make a play like here, and the person I'm looking at right now is Mr. Bo, Mr. big time grind time player, probably their main star of this team. You gotta step up. He's in the vicinity right here. He's stepping up in the gap. Sheamus is lined up behind him. Akon is calling him out. So where else are you going to go but to cut towards Sheamus? He doesn't do that. You go and cut him off on a passing lane. This is an interception and potentially 6 points. You win the game. But because Bo doesn't read it, he doesn't follow the fact that Akon is calling him out. They get a short pass dump off to keep the chains moving and the clock moving. That is a missed opportunity by their defense.
3rd down, Akon, it's on 4 rushes, sacked by Anthony. Rep City is going to have to punt, but the punt team gets flagged for contact during the fair catch, 15 yards. First of all, great play by Ant again. I believe Ant has 3 sacks this game.
Yes.
Now, I killed him. He missed a big tag on Akon, but this kid attempted to give everything that he could. He didn't do it offensively.
No.
But he tried his best defensively, forcing them to give up the ball.
And that's much needed play. These things would have been a lot worse in this situation if he wasn't there to chase down Akon the best that he could. So he's able to get a play that they need. And I believe that play where they got contact on the throw off, I think that's beneficial too. But the time is running out. It's not on their side right now.
Well, unfortunately, last play of the game, they're going to throw the ball up, and it's going to be short, knocked away. End of the game, Rep City, the UFL 2019-2020 champs. Rep City, 12-7.
The team that had zero offensive wins officially. They got a forfeit, but that don't count. That's not an official win. You know? 0 wins in the regular season. Every time they came on the field, they lost. They won the playoffs, completely different team. From when they faced off against UTF, they had a close win. They kept it moving. They came into this to that game against 99, wins a game in double overtime against a team that was better. Let's just say every team that they faced was better than them, and they were able to come away with a victory. Something that we've never even said out of our lips.
Yeah,
they've accomplished. This is a championship. This is a championship win, unlike any other, and Rep City deserves every bit of it right now.
Rel's going to get to the championship MVP. And we're going to go through some interviews, and we're going to come back at the end of the game. At the end of the interview, we'll talk.
What's going on? Stephen J. here with D-Boy, UFL champion. That shit sound good. You heard that bleep sound good. Champion. How you doing, Jay? You was here 8 years ago, bro, with MVR. You back. How does it feel this one compared to the first one you won? Oh, that's easy. This the family. Ain't nothing better when you with the family. You know what I'm saying, Jay? I did something 8 years ago. I won a trip with my brothers, but I seen something bigger. I wanted to do with my family, and here you go. Tell me what the intensity was like this game. We went from possibly not playing. Both teams decided that they wanted to give a shot. How important was it for y'all to get the game in today?
Honestly, it didn't matter. Football is played in different circumstances. Rain, sleet, snow, half lights, all lights. It don't matter. It depends. It's just on your will to win, bro. We just wanted to get this game over with. Been waiting a whole week, 2 weeks. It's football, man. Just have fun.
How did y'all stay so focused this game?
We had a game plan. We wanted to force Lou out of his comfort zone. We seen all season he put points up. He lit up the scoreboard all season. And then you remember that little game they put up on us, little 35-0?
Right.
Taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? Taking pictures, team pictures, googly goggly, all that. I remember that. And I told my brothers, we use that as motivation. And you see the end result. Shout outs to Grindtime. They played a good game, though.
You went and had Matrix, made a change, went and got Akon, and now you're a champ. What did it take for you to make the decision to go get Akon?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, Jay, I wanted somebody that was going to be here full-time. Quarterback is one of the most difficult positions to play, you know what I'm saying? And chemistry is big. Not bad for a guy who threw 5 games. He picked up on a go. Look, we went from worst to first. Listen, football is a game of up and downs, high and lows. You just got to stay balanced. That's it, brother. And you see what happens. Balance.
D-Boy's a champion again. He got to feel good. Got to thank this guy for being here with us. I go talk to some other guys, but this guy's a champ. You know he's going to enjoy it. Expect to hear his mouth for a long time, IG.
Ooh, until next year, you heard? That chant word sound good, but you know the motto. If you ain't repping, get the step in, Martin voice. Killer. Yo, God bless, brothers. Yo, go.
Stephen J here with Meech of the new champs, Rep City. You play here, usually in the All-Star game. What is the difference in playing in the chip rather than in the All-Star game?
Light and dark. Nah, it's a big moment. It's real big, you know, pause.
Right.
But you know, it's a blessing to be here. Not every team makes it.
Right.
You know, not every team gets to win.
Right.
So we're just feeling totally blessed right now.
Y'all guys wanted to play. Y'all wanted to play. We was talking to postponing the game. Y'all wanted to play. What was y'all reason for wanting to play this game?
Had a little advantage because we know Lou likes to throw the deep bombs. So once he throws the deep bombs, they can't really see. It kind of plays into our advantage. So we just got to stay in our spot.
But y'all saw the ball. So I think both teams had the same opportunity because the pass that Akon threw, y'all caught. The passes that Lou threw, his guys dropped. So, I mean, I guess sometimes you just got to be a better player, basically. What did Lou show you today, and then what did your quarterback show you? Start with Lou from Grindtime.
Well, Lou,
League MVP.
Yeah. No, congrats to him. He's, you know, baller, you know, plays. He's smart, real smart guy. We seen the same thing he's been doing all season, trying to get out the pocket, you know, make those throws, and he just couldn't complete it today. And with Akon, you know, he was just making the right throws, getting the completions, getting down the field, driving down the field. I think that was the difference. Lou was taking chances, and Akon was driving a little bit more.
How did it feel to win this one with your brothers? Tell me the feeling you're feeling right now. I know y'all won it in other leagues, but winning in this one, y'all backyard league, the league that y'all always wanted in, what does it feel like to get one now?
Yo, Jay, you was talking about it. I think Ghost was talking about it. Like, people take this football thing for granted, man. Yo, we do a lot of things in life. We lose a lot of people. We gain a lot of friends. This football is the escape, and to win with my brother and with my brothers, not just my brother, my other brothers too. All these guys is just my family. It's just an amazing feeling. I ain't gonna lie, like before today, I let out a lot of tears because I felt this moment coming.
Right.
I didn't want to be too hype. I didn't want to go online and talk about it. I'm just a humble person. I let all my tears out. I was just thinking about this moment, the interview and everything. I can't cry no more. It's just amazing feeling, man. It's truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing.
We're going to thank Meech. We appreciate the emotion, man. It's football, and it takes a real man to show his emotions, and we really appreciate that.
One more thing. This team, again, like I said, we made history. No other team, not even professional sports, could do this. If ESPN sees us, I hope we get the chance to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We get that recognition. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you should be here with us, man. They're the new champs now. You got to give them their love, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it, man.
Yo, Dot, let me talk to you, brother. Yep. Stephen J here with Mr. Dot. a.k.a. the wall of Rep City. Your blocking today was next level. How did you remain so focused, and what was it the thought process coming into this game as far as blocking?
Well, came from the bottom, as you know, but I came in with the mentality of doing my job. Not extra. If I can, I can, but the main focus is to do my job and give my quarterback his time so our players can develop and he can get the ball there. And that's what I had to come out and do.
What is it like blocking for a guy like Akon? Out of everybody on the team, you're the closest to him because he trusts you. So what does that feel like to block for a guy like that?
It's amazing, man, because he don't put you down when you mess up or a little something happens. He pick you right back up and give you that confidence right back all over again. And that just makes me keep going and motivates me.
You heard the laughs, not only this season, for a long time. How does it feel to be on top looking down right now?
Feels awesome. Feels great. Coming in, no wins, last in offense, last in defense. Everybody thought they was going to run through this city. Not this one, because we repping over here. And if you ain't repping, you better get to stepping. You already know.
Thank you, Dot, for being here. The man's a champ. He going to ride this one for a while. Pause. See y'all later. What's going on? Stephen J here with Akon, quarterback of Rep City, the champs of the league. You just won 2 chips here the last 2 years. You came back here, Rep City, and now you won a 3rd chip. What's the difference of the feeling when you just won with ILD than this team?
I mean, I think this one was a little more special because I was quarterback.
Right.
I mean? So it means a little more.
So you beat your brother to get here.
Absolutely.
And now you beat Grindtime, one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, shout out to Grindtime, man. Great game.
You didn't, why would you agree with playing in this slide? We was talking about postponing it. Your team came out and said, no, we're willing to play. Grindtime's willing to play. Why did y'all have to play the game this week?
I mean, I think all our guys was already hyped, ready to go. So, and I felt like we had the momentum going into it. So I said, if they want to play, let's play it.
Right. How difficult was it for your guys to make these catches you was throwing in this no light? You know what I mean? They came up with some big catches. Some of us like that to know that these guys are doing anything to make your job easier.
Yeah, man. They've been playing tough the whole season, man. Stood the course, made some tough catches.
Last question. And you know, I got to throw a little controversy in there. Rep City won a chip. Are you going to be their starting quarterback next season? Or are you going to go into the draft and possibly get drafted to another team? What is going on with Akon right now?
I mean, right, you got to defend. You got to come back. You got to defend.
You heard that. So Akon is coming back with this team to throw next season. So that means they're going to be using their draft pick on a skill player, which is great, man. Akon, congratulations, bro. You just won 3 chips in a row.
3 in a row, baby.
So,
appreciate it.
Congrats, bro.
Thanks.
Short and sweet. Good. I'm here with Rel. Not only a champ, the dude is an MVP of the chip game. Your whole career in UFL, I've always questioned your passion.
Yeah.
I'll never question your skill set. Say you never play hungry every play. This game, you play hungry every single play. What I know you're gonna say is a chip, but how was you able to turn it up for this game?
I'm not gonna lie, it's that Rep City playoff juice. We was all drinking it today, man. We was all drinking that juice today, man. And we just believed in each other, you know what I mean? Just one play at a time. We said it in the huddle before the game. One play at a time, win every down, and just play hard,
What are you feeling like right now, brother? These teams laughed at y'all, not only this season, for a few seasons. Nobody respected y'all, even when you beat #1 seeds.
Yes.
Even though you had best records.
Absolutely.
And now you get to look down and say you're the champ. What are you feeling right now?
I say he who laughs last, laughs the hardest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm laughing right now. So that's how I'm feeling right now.
You've won chips. You won league chips. You won this one with your brothers in the backdoor league that y'all been wanting since forever. How does it feel now waiting so long to get here and finally winning it?
It's just a testament to what we do and what we believe in,
Yeah.
We believe. It's a testament to us and what we believe in, We believe in each other, and it's like no man is on top of the next man. Everybody's If we on the bottom, we all down bottom together. If we on top, you see us. We all on top together.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how we roll. You know.
Last question: the road that you took to get here. You beat the league in touchdowns, passes in Ramsey. You beat the most exciting player in the game in Shannon, and now you beat the league MVP and a team with the best record. What is the journey to win this feel like?
Shit, man. It's a grind, man. It's a grind, and there's no better feeling, man. And we just came out and we knew all week.
Right.
We knew all week. We said, listen, if this guy struggles to score, we got him. We got him. And that's just how it went. He struggled, and we picked him up. We wanted to sack him more, but we put pressure on him, and then we got the timely interception, and it was just great. And it just happened. Everything just fell into our hands, you know.
We're gonna thank Rel for being here with us.
Appreciate you, my brother.
These guys are champs.
Yeah.
You gotta give them love.
Let's get out of here. It's cold out
I know
here.
y'all cold. Thank you for the interviews. Appreciate y'all guys. Thank you. Yo, fellas, thank you.
We're gonna thank them guys for the interview, and you already said about Rep City. Shout to them. Rep City had nothing to lose. People talked about them all season. People laughed at them all season, and they went through one of the most difficult runs to get here. You beat the offensive player of the year, Ramsey. You beat one of the most electric players in the history of football, a former Eastern Conference champ in 99 Problems, a team that went to the championship.
Yeah.
A former offensive player of the year in the Shannon, and they beat 99. And now you beat the reigning league MVP. You beat a team that went to the championship last year.
Mm-hmm.
You beat one of the most efficient offenses in UFL. The number 2 offense. And you did it with the same guys you started out with.
Yep.
The only addition they made was Akon. Akon didn't play like an MVP.
No.
Akon didn't play like a guy that's able to take games over, even though we know he's capable of doing it. My main thing is what Akon did was he brought a swagger to a team, but he also brought a humbleness.
Yes.
He brought humble swagger. It's a difference between regular swagger. He's humble, meaning he respects the game and the players, but he feels like he can win.
Mm-hmm.
That's a humble swagger. To a team that's kind of overconfident without merit,
Yeah.
he calmed them down. And my other comment to him was to the ability to make the team better. Debo, Seamus, look better with Akon. Rel, winning the championship MVP, had an interception and a touchdown catch. That's what you do when you're the best player in the team. Rep City had a Cinderella season. You know, I'm not saying that this is the formula to winning.
Yeah.
You know, because they lost games in the regular season. I mean, I wouldn't know if we would ever see a run like this again.
No.
But that's what makes it so enjoyable. That's what makes it so amazing. The team they put together, they got rid of Matrix. You know, they brought in Akon, and he was the guy to win the game. You know, the question can be say, he a quarterback, is he whatever. We've seen times where Akon should have lost. We've seen time where Akon didn't look like a top quarterback on the field.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's a championship player, and that's what he does.
And that's exactly what this team needed. He brought them experience from being able to win championships before, playing at quarterback in the highest stage. You know, we've seen him do this before. You know, been able to take a team to a championship at quarterback.
Talent's been different, though.
Yes. Talent, I'm not going to say anything negative because they got the job done regardless of what you think of them. But the talent was completely different than what Akon, I'm sure, is used to.
Right.
But they got it done anyway. And a lot of the guys that have been fighting with this team from the very beginning, Rel could be on any team that he chooses. He chose to be loyal to this team, and he helps them win a championship. Meech, another guy, played with Bama. Both of these guys won chips with Bama. They could have just cut their losses, and they could have just went with Bama and stayed out.
On where they're
focused
at.
on where they're at, on their league or whatever, and just win with them. They still focused on this team.
Their brand.
Which shows brand loyalty. That shows a love for this team, a love for, what they represent, which is in the name. So, shout outs to them. Shout outs to D-Boy for, regardless of how bad they look, always having the confidence in his guys. That's one thing you got to give him, regardless of what you think of him. The fact that he's always looking to defend his team no matter what and stick with them, they got a championship for that. So, and then all of these rookies that stepped up, pretty much no names coming into this league and showing that they had the potential to play well and play big in the biggest stage in the league, the championship. Shouts out to them. They can't get enough credit for this win right here.
I mean, and before we go to Grindtime, I mean, listen, you're right. And the name stands with all. I mean, they're considered, Rep City actually is supposed to be replacements.
Yes.
That's the name.
That was the original name, yes.
I like Rep City because I like saying instead of rep, which is replacements, they represented.
Yes.
I like that better. They represented the city, which is their brand. You got to give this team their love. And this is what UFL is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing teams and players do their thing on a platform.
Yeah.
D-Boy has been talking his whole career. D-Boy has not won a chip in UFL in 8 seasons.
This is the
8th season that he won one. He won one in the first year in UFL history.
And it
in
was
the Bronx.
not his own team.
No,
so.
it was NBR.
Yes.
You got to give him his props. I know he's enjoying this moment. And shout to them. And they're going to be great in the draft because Akon said he's coming back, so they don't got to worry about getting a quarterback.
And I just got to say one thing. This went from us talking to them, asking them what person they're going to get first round, because they were supposed to get the first round pick.
Had they lost in the first round of the playoffs.
So we went from speaking to them, asking them what their pick is going to be in the first round, to them winning a championship.
And they defending champs, yeah.
And being a defending champ. Not even worried about who they're going to get. Obviously, they're going to take whoever they get.
They're going to get a good player.
But now they're doing that while defending their title. Who would have thought that we'd be able to say that right now?
And now you talk about Grindtime. Grindtime had the ball 7 times. No, I'm sorry, 6 times. And they scored once. Talent-wise, you can say what you want. Grindtime is a more talented team.
Definitely.
And that's no disrespect to Rep City, but they were. The problem is that Grindtime's core players on the offense got outplayed. I'm going to go through the drives and say what lost the game. Remember, I just told you that Grindtime's offensive top players got outplayed by Rep City's players. But let me go by drive how Grindtime messed this game up. Rep City gets the ball first. They stopped them in the red zone. Great play. Great momentum starter, right? What happens? Grindtime gets the ball and eats 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Cost them on that drive.
Yep.
Making Luda force to try to make a play, intercepted. Now, Rep City gets the ball. Their second drive. On 3rd and 4th down, you're going to have them Grindtime on both drives had a player, one here and one here, step up. One on 3rd down here, one on 4th down here. That cost them a touchdown. That's the mistake Grindtime made. Now we give it back to Grindtime on offense. Shah drops a touchdown pass. This is a touchdown pass if he goes up with 2 hands. He drops it. Remember, now it's 6-0. Rep City gets stopped by the Grindtime defense off of a huge play here by Jalen with this huge hit on Meach in the back of the end zone. That huge hit, drop, that could have been another touchdown. Grindtime's defense stepped up. Rep City gets stopped. We go in the half, second half. You're going to have the second half. After picking up a big first down by Bo, his second catch of the game, you're going to have here, Lou on 4 rush, those are Rico in the gap, and Meach with the hit, Rico drops the ball, Grindtime has to punt. Another big play that they let go.
Yeah.
What happens to Grindtime? Their defense, able to help the offense. Here, with Jalen with a big interception. Great play by Jalen with a big interception. What happens here? Second down, Lou rolls right, throws deep to Bo in the end zone, but it is short. Because of that mistake, it's picked off. But the question is, why was it short? Here, Akon gets past Yomi. We seen in the chip last year, Swiss got past Yomi and got a big sack.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think these guys overpower him. A lot of times, it's the pressure of knowing I'm blocking these top guys. Akon got past Yomi, which caused Lou to throw the ball short, which got intercepted. If you look here, Anthony is wide open. That is another mistake. Now, 6-0 still. Rep City gets the ball back. What happens with Rep City? Well, on fourth down at the 40, Debo gets open. Why? Because if you look here, Kaka rushes in to help, and Mimi sits in the middle, guarding nobody, leaving their man open, Debo. The play before, Shy had to step out because he got injured.
Yes.
Which Shy would have been in that area. And they attacked that area. That's just giving them the first down. Now as we move up, third down, Akon is blitzed by Bo. Throws to Seamus in the gap, on the sideline, I mean. And Seamus makes a great catch at the 2-yard line. Now, you can't blame Grindtime for that.
Yeah.
But that is a big play that they gave up. Because if they stop this, Rep City's punting. They give it up.
This play that wouldn't have happened
Right.
if they would have stopped that fourth
The
down
Debo play.
Yes.
Now, what happens on fourth down? Their best player, Jalen, who we see make great plays early in the game, whoever called man, we always say you cannot call a man on man at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
First of all, they can't run the ball in the end zone. He can't run. So you don't got to worry about running the ball. You just got to guard your guy. They play a man, Jalen feels Cello picks him, which he doesn't. You can look at it here. Cello's just running his route. Instead of they switching, they attempt to stay, and they give up the touchdown to Rel in the corner. That is a mistake. That is a fourth down touchdown that they gave up. That's another mistake. Fourth down, Grindtime's going to finally able to get a score. Finally, they score the ball on their 5th possession of the game. Their first touchdown. They score. Lou, great offense, drives him down the field, throws a touchdown pass from the 20-yard line into the end zone. Rico finds him. Great play. 12-7. Now what happens on this play? It's 12-7. You're chasing 5. We're going to look at this play here. Now, they're going to stop Rep City, which Rep City was just trying to kill a clock. But you pointed out the fact that they made a throw, and Bo had an opportunity to get an interception after Akon is calling for Seamus.
Yeah.
And because Bo doesn't get this interception here, which you said could have been 6.
Could have been 6
Giving
points.
them the lead.
Yep.
They're able to having a punt, which was the process today. They was trying to run out the clock. Akon should have never threw this ball.
Yeah.
It should have been picked off. It wasn't. Grindtime gets the ball back after making a stop. Not enough time. They end up getting stopped in the game. You count that up. Those are mistakes made by Grindtime the whole game.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anything. Now, once I respect about Grindtime and Lou, a lot of guys don't like Lou. They don't. Call a spade a spade. Lou didn't make no excuses. We lost this game. Shah made no excuses. We lost this game. I just gave you plays. You could sit down and say it was dark. It was dark for Rep City. They didn't get mutant eyes. They ain't all of a sudden had heat vision and they could see in the night. They didn't get night vision goggles in the guys. They had the same playing field as them. But I just gave you several mistakes that Grindtime made on several different drives. They made several different mistakes, which cost them a 12-7 game. It wasn't a blowout.
And this is coming from people that were doing great in the regular season. You didn't hear anything from Anthony this whole game on offense. Didn't hear him at all. Bo had 2 catches throughout the game. So he wasn't really a big factor until late, and that wasn't enough. You have Shaw, Mr. 5 touchdowns in one game, have nothing this game. He got injured towards the end of the game, but it still wasn't enough anyway.
And we didn't see Gaka do nothing but make a huge mistake on 4th down.
Yes.
Rushing in when he should have sat.
Actually, 2 mistakes he made. That one that gave away the touchdown, and that one that gave away that big play to Debo to get them the first down.
Which is Gaka's weakness. I don't think Gaka's a defensive player anymore. I think he's a great offensive player. I think he's an upcoming offensive player. But when you're in a zone, he leaves.
Yes.
He always leaves. We've seen him do it on YMM. He leaves and doesn't tell anybody he's going. He just leaves. This is why Rep City won. Now, I'm not saying that Grindtime gave Rep City the game. No, Rep City won this game. But like I said, you saw the big play by Seamus, the big play by Depot, the big pressure by Akon, the big interception by Rel, the big touchdown by Rel. They won this game. But Grindtime did not make the necessary plays to win the game, and their mistakes. It's like, when you're in a relationship, and the relationship is struggling, and you're like, listen, you sit back, and we probably heard it when we did a movie or whatever. If the negative outweigh the positive, you stay.
Yeah.
If the negative outweigh the positive, you leave. That's what they're saying. If the good outweigh the bad, you stay. Well, this game, the bad way outweighed the good, which is why they lost a 12-7 game. If you take one of these several plays that they made a mistake on, they win this game. Even down to the last play when Bo could have picked this ball off and ran it back for a touchdown and won the game. And that was the last drive of the game when a lot of people think the game's over.
And my thing is this. I'm looking at the play unfold, and I'm going to slow it down for you so you can see it. I'm hearing him call out Seamus. I'm like, oh, my God, they're about to throw an interception.
Yep.
I saw it right there. I saw it. You can look at it. As soon as he calls out his name, this is going to be an interception. Bo doesn't react. All it's do is back up a few inches, and he's in the vicinity to make a play. That's 6 points. Because as soon as Bo takes off, nobody's catching.
No.
So, worst case scenario on a play like that, you get the interception, Luke could come back on the field and drive to score.
Down 5.
All they got to do is score, and you win. They don't they don't capitalize even on this play. The very last play that was practically handed to them.
Yeah.
They don't capitalize. This was all game. They failed to capitalize. And I spoke to Shah, towards the end of the game, and he admitted to me, during the game as it was wrapping up, he said we didn't capitalize. That's exactly the way you speak on how they played the game. They did not capitalize. On plays that they had the opportunity, they didn't. Now, I respect that they didn't make any excuses, but you wouldn't have any reason to make excuses if you would have capitalized the way you said you should have. So, I'm not going to say they gave away this game. They got outplayed. But to wait a whole year after losing to IOD just to get played by a team like Rep City, nothing, no shots against them, but you got outplayed by a team that's not as good as you.
They just got hot at the right time, which is what football playoffs is all about.
Yes. So my thing is, this is a more disappointing loss than the last one. Because that one, you made mistakes, but that was a better team than you. And I'm going to be honest. That was a better team.
Yeah, Grindtime wasn't ready. Yeah.
This team, you were a better team than them.
And they had a 2-touchdown lead in the beginning of the game against IOD.
Yes.
Shocked them.
Yes.
And then
IOD was still, in my opinion, the better team, and they showed it in the second half. This game, you were the better team walking in, and you played like the worst team walking off. I don't understand that. This should be the end-all, be-all. Y'all said it when y'all, agreed to play this game. But they didn't play like they were ready to play this game. So the draft is going to be interesting. And that the fact that this season, a lot of people would thought that, this season's not that important or whatever. We had a very exciting season. And look at the outcome that we had with the team that not in a million years anybody would have thought was going to win a championship.
Not at all.
They did. So all that happens now is how it's going to unfold next year. And I'm so excited to see it, to see it come to fruition.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up. We're going to thank y'all. Unfortunately, we all know what we're going through right now. So this was a little longer, but we know y'all got nothing but time. So y'all going to watch. We did the All-Star game, and as I showed you in that game, that's where I got hurt. But I'm recovering. Thanks for all the shout-outs, the love. I'm working out. I'm trying to get back. Achilles injury is definitely a difficult one to get over. Mm-hmm. But it don't matter. We here. We ball. Y'all been through it. So we're going to wrap this one up. Shout to all the teams. As far as we know, all 9 teams are coming back.
Yes.
One of the teams I said that they possibly look like they're in is the Raiders coming back. They was only out before because JJ got hurt.
Yeah.
JJ's been back, so they look like they're coming back. So if they come back, we're only taking 3 teams. 3 teams only. So those 3 teams will put their names in the hat, and that'll be 10, 11, and 12 in the draft. And all the top 9 teams, we already got the draft pick. Just real quick, I'll let you know how the draft goes. If I could get 12 teams, which is the point, $8,000 we're going to give back. But the A player that's drafted to the team in the draft gets 1,000 out of the 8. So 7 for the team, and the draft pick gets 1,000 for themselves. Now, the other way it goes is the player that's drafted must pay the league $150 deposit.
Yes.
That's a good faith deposit. That shows I'm going to make my games. I'm going to make half my games of the season, at least to whatever's the minimum that can be played as to qualify for the playoffs, and I'm going to play in the playoffs. If I play and I play the whole season in the playoffs, I get my money back, no harm, no foul. But if I win the chip, I get my money back and an extra $1,000.
So think about the advantage that you have for putting in $150. That as long as all you have to do is finish the season.
Yep.
Put in work, whatever you got to do or whatever. Finish the season, play well with play throughout with the team, and you get your money back. So even if you don't win the championship, the fact that you have nothing to really lose as long as you commit to a season, that's the most enticing thing in the world. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Right.
To win $1,000 for helping the team win, and you can say that you were a main factor in helping this team win. There's no debates or anything like that. If you're able to do it with this stage and with this situation, you have nothing but respect earned to you, and that creates, more demand for your game.
Also, if the player bails out, first of all, you could trade an A for an A.
Yes.
So if it's not working out with this player and that player is not working out for this team, we can always make a trade and it works. Don't worry about the team that you're on. Rep City had no wins and they won a championship.
Yes.
So if you're willing to roll the dice on yourself and your team, anybody can win. So don't give me that this team is whack. No. Because Rep City had no regular season wins and they won. So let's throw that out the window. If a player bails out on the team, the league, the $150 league fee, good faith fee goes to the team's league fee, and that team is able to pick up another player, another A player, whoever's left in the draft. Meaning, let's pretend week 5, the player bails. I'm not playing.
Mm-hmm.
That team is able to draft on any other player that's left that wasn't drafted.
Mm-hmm.
You could get one guy you can pick up. So that's the thing for that team if a player's not, and that player loses and he can't play with another team in the league. So that's what it is. So listen, at the end of the day, if you don't like what we're doing, don't play. If you have an issue, a gripe, just don't play. Well, all I ask is, you have a lot of people that put a lot of ignorant comments, and I'm not going to sit down and talk about it too much. If you want to say something ignorant, hit me up, DM me. Yeah, no problem talking to you personally. But by trying to take shots and while we trying to publicize what we're doing, that's real ignorant. Come at me. DM me. Say what you got to say. I'll be on the field all the time. Talk to you in person. It is what it is. We risk too much. We put in too much, for people to be bashing so bad. And it doesn't bother me anymore, especially coming off this injury. I attempt is to make this as NFL as possible because I played an all-star game and I tore my Achilles. I endangered my health. I endangered my job. I endangered a lot to play a game just to show love to my players. Mm-hmm. These players are risking too much to have all the negativity. And I'm not going to allow it. And the players shouldn't allow it either because it's too much goodness that's going on in our game that we're trying to get away from the negative for guys to be,
And understand, on top of all of that, the fact that what we're going through right now, nobody's playing anything. Yeah. So, we got to appreciate what we have because it can be taken away from us for any given reason.
Yeah.
Look at this, that we never would have saw coming a million years, and look what's happening. So any time that we have the opportunity to go back on that field and play, we got to appreciate it. And, when somebody's trying to build something to make certain things better for all of us, we got to, show some love and, Give them that respect and actually appreciate it. We all got to. Whether it's us, whether it's any other league, trying to do something different. I show respect all the time. We all do. That's how it should be because we're trying to make this game better. And if we don't try to make this game better by doing different things, it gets stale. And what do we have to show for all the work that we do?
Last point. First of all, here's the last thing, and that's the last time I'm going to address it. The league has expenses. We have permit fees. We have video stuff we have to pay for. We have mics. We have all-star shirts. We got trophies. We have all the stuff that the league has expenses on. Money's going to have to go to expenses. Yeah. So you could count the pot. The pot is $8,000. A player gets 1,000, and the team gets 8. Whatever's left, that's what it is. If you don't like it and you think that we should be working to get $100, it's not gonna happen. Because the expenses, you can't get back your time, and you have to be rewarded for your time. Just like we reward y'all with not only the opportunity to win this money, we reward y'all a time opportunity to get trophies, to see your videos up, to do all that. So again, last point, if you don't like what we do and you figure that we have some type of alternative motive or we're trying to rock, don't play. Just don't play. Because you look like a fool when you stand against what's being done. That's in any league, not just our league. I'm talking about in general. You look like a fool when you complain and argue about the league, but you're still playing it. Don't play. Don't play. Now, that being said, let's go for next season. I can't wait.
Definitely, I can't.
We're going to have a draft. It's going to be an actual draft. We're going to have a place where we're going to do it. We're going to have teams call out the player's name, called out, all that. And we'll talk about that more when we have the mock draft and stuff. So we're going to wrap this one up. Sorry I went a little long. It's great to be back. We haven't seen you in a while. I hope you enjoyed the season. We'll see you next season. On behalf of Real Tough Talk, UFL, I'm Stephen J. This is my partner, Ghost. We will see y'all very soon with the mock draft coming up. You'll see me going live again, talking to people again. If you think what we're doing is ignorant, just don't be a part of it. Don't comment. Stay away. It's like an ex-girlfriend you don't like, but you still checking what she doing. It makes no sense. Anyway, we're going to thank y'all once again. I'll see y'all soon. I'm recovering. Much love to y'all. We out of here. Talk to y'all.